Hi everyone, it's Desiree and I am here with another Birch Press Design team project. And for today's project, we're going to kind of, get into some oldies but goodies still. I'm going to use the Kinsley Layering Die set. Creates a beautiful, could be a flower, star, snowflake, whatever you want. And it does have 3 layers. And then, of course, this one has a great pinpoint design on it, so it can be used on its own, which is great. I am a fan of the pinpoint radial die. I love it for the backgrounds, so I'll be using this as well. And then they also have where you can make a hexagon box. So here's the base and here's the lid. I'm just going to use this border piece right here. Again, a way to stretch our dies and use them in other ways. Now, I've already cut my pieces. I've already cut my hexagon and I've die cut it 3 times. Here is my pinpoint radial plate. And I already have my sentiment cut. I'm going to be using the Shine sugar script. So I've got that ready to go. And the paper or cardstock that I'm going to be using is I'm going to be pulling in a couple of the pads from Memory Box of their solid cardstock. This one's in the earth neutral shades and this one's in the fresh aqua. These are great, wonderful thickness of solid cardstock, especially if you're not that person that needs 8.5 by 11 sheets. Just saying. I'm also going to use a sheet from their polished foil. Now this is very thin. Beautiful colors, but again, it is extremely thin, but it is great. It does die cut very well, and you can see you get 12 different colors and there's 2 of each. And then I'm going to use one of the glitter cardstocks. Love this cardstock. I don't have glitter on my hands. You gotta love it, because you all know me. If you see my, I'm not a video. I'm not a glitter person, just saying. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are, as always, going to glue our pieces together. I just used this. Now, of course it clogs. See, this clogs. If you do not put the pin back in it, it will clog. Don't care what anybody says. I'm just saying. There we go. Okay. So now I'm just going to put little tiny dots of glue every so often along this edge here. I'm not worried too much. And then I'm just going to put a dot of glue at each point so that those points stay down as well. Now this here, I'm going to set this on top of the glitter cardstock. And I want to make sure that I'm matching up to the points. There we go. So I'm making sure that it matches here. Now I'm going to grab, whenever I put something on top of glitter, that is when I do gain some level of patience and a block and wait so that it will adhere onto that. And now I will put my glue onto the fine detail piece. And again, just putting little tiny dots. You don't need a lot of glue to put these down. I have used in the past the glue sponge. It is operator's error. I just don't have good luck with it. I wish though, because it was, really convenient to just take this, just flop her right down in there. Okay. Now I'm going to move this around to make sure that I match these points up. Now you can have them spiraling. I want them matching this time. All right, now we're just gonna wiggle it around to make sure that we've got all of those edges secured in. So that is our layering die. We've got a lot of glitter, a lot of shine going on there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hexagon and I'm going to glue this on top as well. All right, so I am just going to set that upside down, and then I'm just going to glue this. I want these 2 points to just sit right where they need to sit. So I'm going to put glue along here, and I'm going to put some glue along here, and I'm going to put some glue along this edge as well. So I found that it is easier to put this down, upside down, so that I know that I'm in the center of this. I'm just going to push that down just a little bit. So I'm creating a border. Now, what I want to do is come in with my long shears, and I'm going to cut right along the edge and just take away those bits that are popping out and now flying through my room with the greatest of ease. Okay, so now we have made that into a new shape just by simply putting a frame around it and cutting around the outside. So very, very simple to put together, very quick. And now I do want to prop this up. So this is where the time-consuming point will be, to get all of the pieces of double-sided foam tape in place. All right, now I need a small one. And let's see if I can get that backing off. There we go. All right, sorry for the beeps in the back. It's actually my phone. Obviously, I forgot to put it on vibrate. And then one last one. And I'm going to put this right, of course, in the center. And I'm going to set that just like that. I'm going to add some sparkle to this frame because, again, I used the same color that I used for my background. And we can simply, now you could change the color of your background. I like going with the same color because I just don't think, I think it still stands out. You know, now we have some shimmer going right around that. And now we're going to add the sentiment. Now we can put the sentiment right across, but I am actually going to put that right down there. And again, only going behind the cardstock from the words to stick this down. And I'm going to put that right there. We'll make sure it's straight. And then I have shine, and then I stamped a sentiment from the Best Friend set that says, "It's your birthday." And again, we're going to prop that up too. Why not? again, let's remove those backing papers that drive us crazy. I'm just going to set that just a little bit up. And there we go. So it is a very muted tone. It's not bright. Again, I think even though there is glitter and mirror cardstock on this, I see no reason why this couldn't fall into the masculine card world. And I'm going to set that down on my standard A2 size card base. And push that down. Now it wants to curl up because whenever you run the pinpoint die through, you've got all of these pinpoints. So it will create a curve in your paper. Just put a little bit of pressure and it will stay right down. So quick, simple, clean. We've got some glitter, we've got some mirror going on there, we've got a light color, but we've got these dark colors that just really pull that out, and then this just comes popping off the center of it. So again, as always, I do hope you enjoyed today's project featuring Birch Press Design products, such as the Kinsley Layering Die, also the radial pinpoint plate. And if you have any questions, or as always, everything will be linked down below. Sorry. But if you also have those questions, please make sure you put those down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe, be part of my group, and so that you can get your tips and tricks for card making or paper crafting. Continue to enjoy your day. Smile, laugh, but most of all, remember what's most important for me. Always be creative. Take care.